What's up, y'all? I wanted to do a different video. It's an NBA video, but I wanted to do a topic about LeBron and Steph. Um, the dichotomy between them. Why people are more they approve Stephen Curry more than LeBron. Talk about their come up and how they started out and things like that. I thought it'd be interesting because LeBron stands. There's a difference between fans and stands. I am a LeBron fan, but I'm not a stan. When he's wrong, he's wrong. So I want to get that out the way. But I also really like Stephen Curry a lot. But yeah, a lot of LeBron stans are really salty about the fact that Stephen Curry has surpassed LeBron, and it's just hard for them to really be able to take it. And I know a lot of them are hoping that the Cavs win this year, so it would shut up people that hate LeBron or whatever. But that's not going to happen. The Cavs are gonna lose. LeBron's gonna lose a finals for three times in a row, and he's gonna lose it to Stephen Curry and the Warriors. So I want to get that out the way as well. But I just wanted to talk about why, how the quote unquote hatred for LeBron came versus how people like Stephen Curry so much, especially in the general public. Well, not in the general public, more so hardcore NBA fans. So let's start off with LeBron James. Obviously LeBron, he entered the NBA from high school, 18 years old. Before he even took a step on the court of an NBA game, he was basically given the title of the king. So he hadn't earned it yet. Not to mention doing the Michael Jordan powder toss once he got in there. So you start having people like Skip Bayless criticize him, but for a long time, Skip Bayless just really looked like a hater, not like someone that really appreciated LeBron's talents and his gifts. But I think that really changed when he had lost to, I think it was the Mavericks. Some people might say it's before then, but I'm going to say officially when he lost to the Mavericks, that's when people started looking at Skip like, okay, maybe he's not really a hater after all. Because you had Dwayne Wade in his prime doing his thing. Dwayne Wade, he basically was the MVP of that final series, the first couple of games. But once they kept trying to defer the ball to LeBron in the fourth quarter, LeBron fell apart. And then he had that one game where he only scored 6 points. That was terrible. I will never forget that series. As a LeBron fan, I was hurt by the season. I was very disappointed in LeBron. I didn't even know if he was going to really win one after that season. So when he had won the next year against the Thunder, I was happy for him. I'm one of those people that was never mad about LeBron going to Miami just because I wanted to see him win. I can see why people wouldn't put him in a top five just because he didn't win those championships with Cleveland as opposed to Miami. But when he had went through that, I to be honest, I thought it was crazy that people even thought that the Thunder would win that series against Miami. I kept telling people like the Thunder have to go to Miami and play 3 games in a row. You really think they're gonna win any of those games? I knew they wasn't gonna win any of those games. They're young. They're not about to beat Miami in Miami. And you saw what happened. Miami won in Oklahoma City after that first game, and then they took my bad. I'm screwing up. They tortured them those 3 games. So and then the Spurs series he's faced the Spurs 3 times, but the second time he faced the Spurs, he should have lost. But the basketball god saved him, and a dude named Ray Allen, aka a future Hall of Famer, saved him. So, and then the Spurs demolished them the year afterwards. So then he went back to Cleveland, which actually didn't look bad Me personally, I did think that he should stay with Miami for loyalty reasons, but I see that he's trying to, go with the youth and whatnot. So he decided to move back to Cleveland, raise his kids and, back home and whatnot. So, I mean, it sounded like a good story. So, they get to the finals or whatever, and Kevin Love's already out for majority of the playoffs, and then Kyrie Irving's out. LeBron helps that team win 2 games, but he just didn't deliver in, I think it was Game 5. Yeah, he just couldn't deliver in Game 5, and then obviously in Game 6, I knew that was it. I knew he wasn't gonna be able to get them to get to Game 7. So, but I think overall, I think people hate LeBron because I think he has been able to get away with certain stuff. He's never been a great shooter. He's not really that good of a shooter. He's really just a streaky shooter at best. But, in his prime, like, he was so dominant in terms of like getting to the basket. And, I do think that people who don't like LeBron think that he's a bad person, and I'm not trying to be, Johnny Cochran for LeBron or whatever. But LeBron, I'm pretty sure he's not a bad person. Has he been immature on top when it comes to being in the NBA, like trying to get rid of coaches and all that? Yes, he has been immature. Yeah, he has made his mistakes. But make no mistake, he's not a bad person. So if you don't like LeBron, it should be for a basketball reason, not for a like you have some type of personal animosity towards a man that you never met. Like, but I wanted to say that because, like I said, I do think LeBron will be appreciated more once he retires and people realize like all the great things that he's done as an ambassador for the NBA. But I think at this point in time, due to some of the choices that he's made in the NBA and the fact that he hasn't won as many championships as the media would hope that he would have won, so they could try to proclaim him as better than Michael Jordan. That's another thing that pissed a lot of fans off, trying to put him in the same space as Michael Jordan when he's not even better than Kobe Bryant. And then, you have Stephen Curry, who, he came from a family of basketball. His father, Dale Curry, played in the NBA, and his brother, Seth Curry, is, I think he's in the NBA. I might be wrong, but I think he is in the NBA. He might not. I don't know now. But, yeah, Steph has just been amazing. I just never thought he could take it to this level. And he's had the story on the underdog, per se. He wasn't supposed to be this great. So I think, fans and kids look up to him because, he's not like buff or nothing. He's skinny. But, he's a great shooter. He's a great player. I think that's one thing that a lot of these older players that used to play are not giving him credit for. He's a great player. He takes it to the hoop when he needs to. He'll go and get those layups when he needs to. He has great handles. I personally think he has better handles than Kyrie Irving. People call me crazy. I really don't care. I will say it with a straight face. He has better handles than Kyrie Irving. I don't care what nobody says. Like, that man finds ways to get to the baskets that Kyrie Irving still, in my opinion, hasn't been able to do yet. But I think it's more so the fact that he came up as an underdog more so, whereas compared to LeBron, the media was pretty much already praising him as the best player in the NBA before he even stepped his foot on an NBA court. So, like I said, I think they're both great for the NBA, whether you like LeBron or not. They're obviously Curry is, but LeBron is as well. They're great ambassadors. I think they're great role models if you really look at them outside off the court. LeBron's got 3 kids. He's married. We've never heard stories of him, running wild with other women. Not saying that it might it might have not happened, but we just never heard of it. We've never seen him in a case like Michael Jordan went through, or Kobe Bryant went through, or Tiger Woods, or wherever the case may be. We've never seen those things. So I do think kids should look up to him because he does play all-round ball. He does play defense. He can assist. Obviously, he can score as well. So I do think kids should look up to him for that purpose. And Steph Curry just having that underdog role and working hard every day and just being himself. I think kids should look up to both of them. And he has 2 kids and a wife as well, and they've looked like role models for young couples as well. So I do think at the end of the day, both of them are great for the game, and whether you like one of them or not, there should be a certain respect level for what they have achieved in the NBA. But yeah, Steph Curry is a better player than LeBron at this point now. I think Stanley was the first person to say that in the RGR group. And I didn't know how to really feel about it at first because I'm just like, damn, well, Curry hasn't won a second title yet. But what made me realize that Curry was better than LeBron, or is better than LeBron, was the Christmas game. Seeing him do certain things that LeBron should have did in the fourth quarter towards the end, going to the basket and all that, whereas LeBron is trying to shoot these shots that he's not really good at shooting. Just seeing Curry, going to the basket, making those layups or whatnot. I just, at that point, I just realized, man, Cavs cannot beat them, and the main reason why is because LeBron at this point is not better than Stephen Curry. So that's my take on LeBron and Stephen Curry. I want to do another video on about the LeBron versus Kobe, quote unquote, rivalry, I guess we call it. I mean, it's really not a rivalry, but I just want to talk about how the media blew it up to be something that it's really not, and why you shouldn't compare those two in general. But yeah, give me your thoughts, what you think about this LeBron, Steph Curry, why people don't like LeBron, why people like Curry, or wherever the case may be. But like I said, I just want to reiterate, at the end of the day, both of these guys are great for the game, and you should have a high level of respect for what they've done for the game thus far.